Hi, we're at the matchesfashion.com in residence event in Paris with Isabel Marant, who of course needs no introduction. Isabel, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much to you.
I guess Matches Fashion, we're celebrating our 30-year anniversary today, and I feel like your brand has almost been in existence for the same amount of time.
Yeah, totally. I started 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Not with fashion shows, but my very beginning was
That's how,
30
when you
years
started
ago.
out.
Yeah.
How has the fashion industry changed for you?
I think everything is much more speed and much more demanding. It's true that when I started, we had much more time to work things, and now it's like we have to do like 3 connection when we were doing one, so it's very demanding.
Yeah, of course. But you've managed to kind of grow the business like amazingly well. You know, you're still very much obviously involved. I hear that you're the last person to leave every night. You're
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm choosing even the color of the thread that is going to stitch the trouser. Yeah.
yeah, involved on a micro level, which is amazing. And in terms of kind of designing and your collections, how have they evolved over the 30 years?
I think I learned my work, because when I started, I started straight away when went out of fashion studies, and I was not really feeling working for somebody else, because I had a very precise idea of what I wanted to do, and I threw myself straight away into doing my own collection. And of course, when you're 20, there's mistakes that you are doing and you're searching yourself. So I think that I really improved and precise my style that remained the same than the one I started with, but with more knowledge and more achievement.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like your kind of the brand's DNA has really shaped so much of how a lot of girls and women are dressing today. You know, I don't know if you agree with that, but it feels like you definitely pioneered this idea of the kind of bohemian rock and roll, like fringe cool girl, and that's incredible. I mean, women worldwide absolutely love that style and really buy into it.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't really realize that when I was doing it, but I had, as I said, it was very precise what I wanted to do in fashion. At the time I started, it was very minimalistic and very sexy after, and it was not at all the idea of the woman I had, and I was more attached about craft, about different cultures, about travel, about music, about the way we live, most of all, because at this time it's true that clothes were mainly done by men with like very fun with a phantasm of a woman view by a man, and it was not so
very realistic or very practical. Maybe
it was not very wearable. And it's true that one of the main thing I learned when I was studying fashion was about, are you going to wear what you're designing? And that was a very leading thread for me, that I was thinking there was enough fantastic clothes, very
dramatic and theatrical.
Well, no, or even beautiful, very creative, but that there were a very few times that you could wear those clothes. And it's true that when I started to work in prêt-à-porter, I used the ready-to-wear as it was.
You took it for its real meaning.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think that's so important, and that's why so many women love the brand, because you can really wear it every day.
Yeah.
And you can go day to night, you can take it everywhere around the world with you. It's so practical. You get beautiful clothes at the same time. You feel really chic and comfortable and cool. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's really my aim in fashion. It's doing easy clothes that you're not getting fed up with in a minute. That you can go on wearing with a new collection. That you
Yeah,
can go
everything
on
mix and
mixing.
match it. Yeah, absolutely.
That you don't need to iron. I hate to iron.
Yeah,
No, it's true that the easiness, and I find out that for me, the clothes I was wearing the most were the clothes in which I'm the most comfortable,
yeah,
and I think comfort is also something very important. In your prettiness, because if you are at your ease in what you're wearing, then
it shows
you
more
are
confident.
expressing
Yeah.
something. Yeah, you're more confident. Exactly.
Absolutely. And I know you kind of famously say that you wear all the pieces yourself, and you know you obviously always try things on. Do you still kind of wear everything all the time? Is
I
that
have to.
yeah?
Yeah, it's. I have a beautiful fitting model that is just gorgeous, but she's almost too gorgeous because you can put her plastic bag
Yeah, and she'll look
and
fantastic. Yeah.
it will be fantastic. So I always take care about going back to a normal person. I'm quite. I mean, I'm not so tall. I'm thin, but I'm not like as a model. And I think it's very important to see on other proportion
Yeah.
how the clothes can wear,
Yeah,
can
absolutely.
fall. And also, I think there's some to find out if the pockets are in the right place, if the deep is the right one, if it's not making you wide hips.
Yeah.
The only way to find it
Is
is to wear it yourself. Yeah.
exactly.
And I know the high on the woman on herself when she tries a clothes. So
Yeah.
we all are the same, like.
And what is your kind of typical wardrobe? I mean, you look obviously fantastic today, but is this a kind of regular look for you? Are you a trouser kind of person? Or I don't know. What do you reach for in the morning?
I'm very often in a slim, stretchy trouser because it's so easy and so comfortable, and I love wearing a blouse and a jacket. And there's always something a bit masculine with something very feminine. A nice pair of shoes, but with not too high, that you can spend your day with.
Yeah, it seems like you're always definitely thinking about the practical first.
Yeah.
You know, what your day is going to
You
entail.
have so much sorrows when you go out in a
know.
party with the heels like this, and after half an hour you say, I shouldn't wear those shoes. I just want to go back home.
I know, there is nothing more disappointing.
You can kill somebody for that.
And what is like a regular day for you now in Paris? Are you know, I know you swim every morning. Is that something you still religiously do?
I try to.
Okay.
I've been a bit lazy on it recently, but it's
well,
something
I think
I'm doing,
you're trying. And do you kind of, you know, spend all day at the studio? What's a typical day for you?
It's 8 o'clock at the office, non-stop till midnight, with eating a sandwich on the corner of the table, doing fittings.
That's not the French dream. You're not selling it.
No, it's a very. My days are
very
a race.
Demanding. Yeah.
It's a constant race. Yeah.
And do you still find Paris a huge source of inspiration for you?
Yeah, there's something I love Paris for its good and its bad.
Yeah.
I love the grumping Parisian that can be like very rough, but in the same time, if you know how to get them, they can be the most adorable people. And it's true for me. I think most of all the Parisians have the same word on Paris. It's when you go out of Paris, you say, "Oh, it's much better outside. There's this and this and this." And when you come back to Paris, you always say, "Ah,
it's so good to be home."
Such a beautiful. No, it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
And sometime a bit old, but there's still things going on, and
it feels like it's changed a lot in the last couple of years. There's definitely
it's what foreigners say. Being in Paris, it's difficult for me, but I've heard like very good things about foreigners being in Paris and having a super nice time. when like 5 years ago it was not so Paris is boring and there's nothing to do. I don't know. I'm working
Oh,
too much
too much. Oh,
to be
no.
aware.
And do you get to travel a lot with your job? Are you know, because
Not
obviously
so much.
no,
No. People think that I'm there and there. No,
no.
and each time I have to travel, I'm really hungry because I cannot do my job.
You can, yeah, I know.
No, I'm traveling to shoot my campaign
Yeah.
and sometimes to open a shop.
Yeah, of
But
course.
it's true that we have to provide a collection every month and a half.
I know.
So it doesn't really allow you
Allow
to
much time.
be away. No.
And in terms of kind of, you know, just the design process, having to keep coming up with those like fresh ideas, is there a particular woman that you always look to as a source of inspiration, or is it artwork, or can it be a color reference, or are you just thinking, what do you need in your wardrobe, and that's kind of what starts?
It often starts by the fact, by philosophic matters about, as you were saying, what do I need more when I have so many clothes? What can be new when you have so many
And useful,
propositions?
yeah.
No, I'm more trying to find out about the psychology of a collection, and then of course I need to have something more to express a story or to lead the soul of the collection, and then those inspiration can come from anything. It could be a song, it could be a gesture of a woman in the street, it could be a piece of a post-it on the floor.
Yeah.
It can be
yeah.
anything
Amazing.
that just attract me. I just try to
Very
keep
instinctive,
open,
yeah.
to anything that surrounds me.
Yeah, absolutely. And my final question is, over the kind of number of years, is there one piece that you feel like has been a real like turning moment for the brand, or what's your favorite piece that you've ever designed? Is there something that you might have designed 20 years ago that you still love and wear every day? Or
most of the thing I still love them, but I cannot choose one piece. I think it's more
what are
about
you
the
most proud
conception
of?
it's difficult to say. I think it's the global line,
Yeah.
as you were saying. I'm more proud about the style I
Yeah.
could bring.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
it's incredible.
really a signature.
Yeah.
Than something
specific.
specific.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It's
Thank
lovely
you
to
to
speak to you in Paris. Thank you.
Thank you.